Hello, welcome to the Redeye stream number 225. Is there a war on Christmas? That is the topic this week. I'm sure we'll digress because, well, we always do. Right now, I'm joined by our favorite blue-eyed, whatever dragon fucking centrist here, Memes. How are you doing?
That is the legendary, the ultimate engine of destruction, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Why is there a moniker there? It's like, well, I have blue eyes and I'm kind of white and I like dragons, so. But that's just general canon there. But is there a war on Christmas, MD? Well, I think there's always been some of a war on Christmas. It's just like this has been going for years. My thing with this is, dude, I am old enough to remember when there was still Christmas Vacation. And I'm like, oh, yay, Christmas Vacation. It's like, oh, yeah, there's just a bunch of holidays and stuff there just because of being half Jewish. We also celebrate Hanukkah, which seemed kind of strange because it would either be at the beginning of December. Sometimes it kind of goes the end of the year. Sometimes there's overlap with Christmas. But I'm like, I like
here's the real question, Memes. Half Jewish. Do you celebrate half of Hanukkah?
Hey! It's the Festival of Lights, brother. Hey, you take some oil, I think, for one day, and it lasted 8 days. I could be getting those numbers off. I think they are. I'm a very bad Jew. But
well, it's okay. You're only half Jewish.
Hey, you go your way, I'll go Yahweh.
Well, no, I almost thought about making a joke and calling the stream the No Spin Zone because O'Reilly's been talking about the war on Christmas for, what, 15, 20 flipping years? What? This war is longer than the war on drugs.
Whoa, here's the thing. Whatever you may or may think of Do It Fucking Live, Mr. Bill O'Reilly, was he wrong on this? Like,
was he wrong? I don't know if he is wrong. I tried to get Mole in here too because Mole is way more atheist than I am. And you know, if you look at it, there is kind of a war on Christmas. And now it's coming from
actually, hold on. My neurons just crossed in a particular way. Is Rudolph problematic now? Because I've been hearing a lot of stories about that, and I fucking love that movie, man. Don't hate on Mr. Rudolph. Don't hate on the crazy miner dude. Don't hate on the bumbles there. They all played their part. But because the dude has a red nose, we're getting certain inclinations there. The Dark Knight has joined us. Hello, Batman.
Oh, shit. Who? The Dark Knight's here. Fucking hell. Where did he spring from?
It's all right, Batman. As we know from Memes Canon lore on the YouTubes, I played Bane at one point, and I did break the bat.
You played Bane. Who won?
There's a series of photos of Batman. Well, it was at PAX East 2013. So we're out there chilling. Dude, we were in the food court. I just ate a big turkey leg, and all of a sudden, as I'm suiting back up, I look over, and there's a dude in an amazing Batman costume. And he was a wicked big geek like me, except from Connecticut. So we locked eyes. And then we needed to do battle. And we had people documented. And it was glorious.
Was it the real Bane, or was it the one from the
newer series? Yeah. Dude, I couldn't play I ain't no Lou Ferrigno. I couldn't pull that off, but I pulled the other one off pretty well.
So you played the frustrated Shakespearean actor.
Spin the dreidel.
Yes. Wait, Alexa spins dreidels.
Spinning.
What?
It's Kimmel for you. Woohoo!
What?
You win everything.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
That was for you, Memes.
What is that an Alexa's generic response?
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
I think Shirak is being getting slowly taken over by that Alexa.
No, because I was gonna say that response is that anti-Semitic?
Yes.
What? Alexa is anti-Semitic?
No. Yes. I'm just thinking about the response. Is it necessary? I thought it was kind of entertaining, but it's like if you're analyzing it from a number of people's views, at some point, that I don't know. Play that again.
No. And
Alexa, spin the dreidel.
No, I have headphones on, and I got on here to tell you that they hate Rudolph.
Oh. Yeah, why is that again? Why is Rudolph problematic? Because that was a great show.
Wait, who hates Rudolph?
Everybody.
I don't.
Not everybody.
They're trying to deplatform Rudolph.
Is he working with Alex Jones? Rudolph signed up with Infowars. Huh?
I don't
The
even
journey
wanna
that dear
talk about
gay.
No. He's an
I don't even
international
wanna talk
reindeer
about
of mystery. We
Man
must
in the
not.
Frog Tutu.
Has Alex Jones left the country?
Yes.
Oh, so then maybe
But
he's
he came
Rudolph.
back again.
And he's wearing a frog suit and a tutu.
I thought that was Professor Peterson.
I don't know, but yeah, Alex Jones has gone off the deep end. But no, like I was saying, I kind of wanted Mole to join because he's an atheist, and it seems like the atheist community really fucking hates Christmas. Do they just not like gifts or something? I don't get it.
No, I'm an atheist. I don't have a tree. Both of my kids know that Santa Claus isn't real, and if you don't have headphones on, I'm sorry.
I have headphones on.
Yeah, I don't. I'm an atheist. I don't mind Christmas. It's a time for like family and good memories.
Yeah, but they want people to stop, the giant tree in New York. They want that removed. If you have holiday decorations in a public space, they want those removed. Matter of fact,
those are the atheist justice warriors.
Well, you're trying to take the jolly out of Christmas.
Yeah.
That's no fun. Come on, be a little festive. Be inclusive. Enjoy culture. It's fun. Who doesn't like eggnog? Except maybe for lactose intolerant.
People with egg allergies.
Well, I'm sorry. I unallergied them.
I like eggnog. Don't worry, eggnog's good shit.
I don't mind eggnog. I prefer avocado.
Ooh, at nog?
I'm lactose intolerant. And
Do they make avocado eggnog?
Avocado is eggnog.
Oh, yes. So speaking of Christmas, yeah, dude, back in the day, I still actually remember like having Christmas vacation, and it was cool. I remember it was like in the 3rd grade. I think my mom was taking me to a doctor's visit or something. It's getting out early. I saw the new calendars and it said holiday vacation. I'm like, what? Why'd they get rid of Christmas vacation? And it's like, all right, holiday vacation is cool. Like, I get it. There's more holidays, but I'm like, who doesn't like Christmas?
Yeah, I hear they call it winter break or some shit like that.
You could do that too, but it's like, who? I mean, you can name it a lot of things, but it's like, but no, didn't President Trump change that back? I thought President Donald J. Trump brought Christmas back.
He's making Christmas great again. Oh man.
Well, Jacob Jimenez says that Hitler did nothing wrong, and I'm agreeing with him because it was all Bruni's fault.
You're assigning blame to somebody who wasn't there, and again, I believe trolling does. Yes, trolling does also not know a particular ideology.
This is true.
Bruni thinks that Hitler should have won the war.
Well, they made a Netflix series about that, so I hear it's a very good show.
It's on Amazon. It is a very good show. Man in the High Castle.
Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Based off a series of books.
Guys, do we want to bring this kind of BS bickering that we have with a number of folks and a lot of big corporations? Do we want to bring this to a halt?
No.
Okay. Wait. No. What halt? We don't want to. We just want to keep arguing.
I just want to see the world burn.
Yeah. Everyone enjoys a good dumpster fire. Sorry.
Batman, I thought you were the good guy.
Do you not know Batman's origins? He used to shoot people in the head.
Only when they weren't looking.
Only when they weren't looking. No. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think there's a war on Christmas, Batman?
Kind of, yes. You'll find that the larger the Islamic population, the more intensified it is. That's why in Europe there's been attacks this time of year. They're attacking Western culture even if you're an atheist, Christianity is still part of your culture.
Yeah, and I don't understand throwing a giant fit over some Christmas decorations in a public
Because
space.
it's part of Western culture.
Yeah, but the SJWs and the
Or idiots.
hardcore atheist community, they see a problem with it. I guess
They're idiots.
it's because the use of public funds, but a lot of these decorations have been owned for decades.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not
It's
wasting
because-
money.
It's because
So-
they're idiots. Basically,
No. There's a lot of smart folks that mean very well. Here's the thing: the way you're basically looking at the angle, and for some folks in there, sure, no, they're probably doing exactly what you're saying. That's statistics, man. Here's the thing: we got to look at the whole picture there. How many folks are actually doing that? What's the actual effect?
means you can be smart and still be an idiot.
Well, I agree with that.
My 6-year-old
Yeah,
has
I
a
hope you do
war
feel
on
bad.
Doing
She
my Greek
walked up-
buddy and I, we used to go around yelling, "We are the biggest idiots in the world." We just screamed that out loud because we were idiots. We did a lot of stupid shit. But here's the thing: you just gotta learn. You just gotta try to figure things out. It's life. It's an adventure, man.
Oh, my 6-year-old has a war on Christmas. She walked up to Santa Claus in a store and said, "You're not real."
That's cool.
You know that when that guy was going up and down screaming Santa isn't real at that Christmas festival. It would have been hilarious if the guy who was playing the part of Santa in that festival came running up his grotto, tackled him, and beat the shit out of him.
What Santa?
Yeah.
You just walk up to him and just be like, "What are you talking about?"
No, not walk up to him. Yeah, full on wrestle tackle him to the ground.
Well, I mean, these things happen. Welcome, JJ. What's going on, brother?
Hey guys, how you been?
Well, you won't want Christmas because you're a communist.
Well, nobody's perfect.
I'm an NPC communist. I
Oh,
don't have any brains.
Yeah. You also
I think that's fake news. But yeah, going back. But here's the thing: how do you end up ending something that just seems to be just getting taken in all different directions, perverted in all different ways? How do you actually end the argument? Don't you need the ultimate perversion?
Wait, what are you talking about? I
Oh,
thought you were talking about Christmas.
Oh, no. Well, if you tuned in from the start, the general lore and canon here, Jacob, is that basically Sharadi had asked Alexa to spin the dreidel, and then it had a particular response. Some may see that response as potentially anti-Semitic. And then we were talking about how certain folks may have preferred to see if Hitler won World War II. And then that fired a few neurons, and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, they have a Netflix series about that. But I was corrected. In fact, it's actually a series on Amazon Prime.
and a set of books.
Okay.
Okay, so that's additional thing. So is Amazon anti-Semitic?
Oh my god. Alright, it doesn't matter what you say or do, they will always find a way. The left will always find a way to make it anti-Semitic wherever they want it to be. I mean,
Why?
at
Considering
this
the
point-
left is more anti-Semitic than the right by far. Look at their stance
I
on
know.
Israel.
I know, but you can't expect them to follow this basic understanding of logic, or at least what is usually considered common sense. But over the years, what we see, they given up on that. They don't care.
What?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I got a call. I wasn't there for
You
the
need to
past
turn your volume up there, Josh.
45 seconds. My apologies. A wild cabbage has
This-
appeared.
Is this better or what?
About the same, actually.
Just get a little closer to your mouth
All
if
right.
you need.
All right. Well, I can't do much about that. I'm just using my phone.
Fair enough.
So,
Hey.
so cabbage. What are your thoughts on modern monetary theory?
Well, I mean, laissez-faire is all well and good, but as Adam Smith, recognized, it can go too far. So, Yeah, it's well. I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at it, we still live better than anyone in history, so it's got to be doing something right.
Yeah, this is true. Even the
Yeah.
poorest amongst us is at least materialistically better off than we were 30 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, it's a social aspect of what's going on rather than the monetary one that concerns me. Boom and bust and things have always occurred, and they always will do. There's no way of avoiding it.
Cabbage, you're terrifying me because I definitely see a lot of that, but my fear is the transition period. Depending on how it's handled, it could go poorly. Just because it basically is like I believe, I could be wrong, but it was, well, who is it? Richard Wolff or something that talks about it, and I believe
Oh yeah, but
he just happens.
He's a commie. He's a
well,
fucking commie.
yeah, they said no. Well, they see. I did see Marxist. I did read all of his website.
He's an absolute full-on commie, that one.
Hey, Cabbage,
Well, I
what's
mean,
your thought on
certainly a
this?
full-blown socialist, anyway. What's that, mate?
What's your thought on this war on Christmas? You think, like me, it is a direct attack on Western civilization, on Western culture?
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, if it's an attack on Christianity, and we were built on, these sort of Christian ethos. So yes, it is.
Like I was saying,
but here's the thing.
On the continent.
Cabby or Batman. I want to, like Cabby called it, a Christian holiday. It's supposed to be, but really it has pagan origins. And Jesus.
Well, of course it does.
Winter. Sorry.
So does Easter. Yeah, so does Easter. I mean, it's like Harvest Festival and things like that. They're all, but they're sort of, they're not technically accurate. Like Jesus was meant to have been born sometime in June or something, rather than,
He was born in lambing season, apparently.
Yeah, there you go. So that would be, well, that would be in early spring then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, historically, math is hard.
Well, Christmas lines up pretty much with the celebrations of the winter solstice. When the sun was almost gone, and Easter is lining up with the spring equinox, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you look at most of these religions and everything, they always adapt to the environment they go into. So the Romans came over, and then Christianity came over, and they saw the existing festivals, and they just adopted those times and said, well, okay, we'll just put a Christian spin on it. But the point is, it's still based on the on the Christian principle.
Well, the vast majority of Christian saints were originally pagan gods.
Yeah, exactly. All the Druidic stuff. I mean, the same thing with the, Vikings and stuff. And if you look at most of the religions, especially the polytheistic ones, they're all pretty fucking similar. Different names for the same people. I mean, Greek and Roman mythology is identical pretty much.
Yeah, that's because
just swap names.
Yeah, that's because the Romans developed pretty much from the Etruscans, who copied a lot of Greek culture anyway.
But then you look at the Vikings, couldn't get further away, and they still had effectively the same kind of myth,
Oh yeah, the Viking gods and the Greek gods were very similar, but the Celtic gods were quite different.
Well, but they didn't believe in gods in the sky, because it was like you said, it was pagan, so it's Druidic, so it was an earth-based, belief system. It was all about the earth providing, and
curious
and the Druids used to believe that the rain was actually like God's sperm or something, because that was
it does give life.
Curious thing about the Celts, Cabbage. I don't know if I'm right here, but so far, I mean, I've researched into the myths, and I have yet to find a Celtic origin myth.
Where's Temma when we need her?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need her and Cabby to argue about something they don't actually disagree with about.
But I don't suppose you would get one, because at that time, I mean, going back, they didn't have a written language. They had the runes.
Yeah,
and things like that, but so there was nothing really to record it by. I would have thought, like an origin story. Was there?
Well, wouldn't it just literally been passed down, or?
I suppose they could have painted something.
Oh, that's true. Well, actually, Cabby, I have a question real quick, MD. Is just like with all this different cultures and just things that certain traditions observed over thousands of years, I'm not really that familiar with Richard Dawkins and some of that stuff, but didn't he say something about like certain just the ways that people act just over time. Like, is that something? Is there actually a meme gene?
Holy shit! Did we just scare off Jacob? Oh, Jacob, where did you go, buddy?
He went to find his ladder.
Okay. Yeah.
We all need a little advantage.
No, I don't think there's a meme gene, but memes are very apparently memes are a good inkling into how the human mind works.
Well, memes are effectively just a method of transferring knowledge between generations, or between groups of people. That's I mean, and this is why it annoys me when people they just make a picture and they say, "Oh, I just created a meme." No, you didn't. You just created a picture which is related to a particular meme. So the meme itself is separate from the picture. The two,
memes also are also. Yeah, we have memes because the human mind is set up pretty much for pattern recognition. We're apparently the best animal in the world for pattern recognition.
Wait, are they pretty much just like modern hieroglyphics?
No, it's just a way of passing information between people, and the more, in the same way as good ideas, they get to reproduce. Like good. Yeah. Then that meme is going to survive because it's positive. That it has some positive or some value. Bad ones disappear.
The weird thing about memes is they display a few qualities which are part of the requirements to class something as alive.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like hieroglyphics.
No, not really. No, it's totally
different. Hieroglyphics was more of a language, a word.
Yeah, there's no Rosetta Stone. There's no meme Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, a meme is more of a way to pass on an idea.
Yeah. I think what memes is trying to say is idea glyphs.
So kind of like it. Okay, so the text, which is basically the hieroglyphics, it's represented by pictures, and now we have pictures with text on it that are memes.
No, you just don't fucking get it. It just passed
the ones that make
people.
sense. Continue.
No, but it's because at the time, originally we didn't have, there wasn't a written language or whatever, like we were saying about the pagans. So people would naturally pass on knowledge to their children, and they quite often, to make it interesting, to make them remember it, they'd, elaborate on something or give it, like parables or whatever. Like a parable could be seen as a meme,
Yeah, or Greek myths.
Exactly.
So kind of like giving a king a crown and a big scepter.
You know those little the smaller Greek myths that actually taught a lesson. Memes.
It's like
you can class that as
like a parable,
right? Yeah. Which is what I just said. The Indians, because they again didn't have a written language, and the same thing with the Aboriginals down in Australia. They would have stories that basically related to the land, and so there was an entire story which basically it told them how to survive, like a year, like where to move to at any given point in the year in order to be able to feed themselves and things. And it would all be based on like the Snake Mountain, and there would be a story about the snake, and you must be at the snake by when the sun is in these sort of areas and things like that.
With the Africans, and there's another way that you could think it classes memes as well. These traditional tribal dances. There's a lot of those are dances that tell stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and just how a meme will transform as it gets passed from person to person. Someone might change it a little bit. The stories that were passed down transform.
Yeah. Well, because also, I mean, the circumstances change, and so what is the crux of it is still, the core of the element, but the way to approach it or the relevance of it, although some do disappear, they just don't become relevant anymore.
Well, so that's right, Cap. It's unfortunately, not all memes are created equal.
No.
Yeah, it's sort of like meme Darwinism.
Yes, it is. It's literally it.
People might be, but unfortunately, memes are not.
It's
with this whole idea about the attack on Christmas, they're attacking the Christmas movies, like the classics and stuff like that. Like we were talking about Rudolph earlier already, and we talked about that on another episode of the Redeye. when are they going to stop? Is A Christmas Carol going to be attacked? What about
they'll only stop when we make them stop. And the only way to do that,
exactly. They'll keep on going,
and the only way to do that is to change the trend in society, which is happening now. Apparently, populist movements and national pride is in full resurgence across Europe and in the United Kingdom.
Yeah. Exactly, and it is going to be down to us putting our foot down and saying enough of this shit.
Yeah.
So when's that happen?
It's already happening.
Wait and see. Yeah, I mean, it has started the process.
Okay.
Yeah, Brexit is one of the symptoms of it happening. What's happening in France with the yellow shirts or the yellow vests, rather? That's another.
And the what is it? The DF whatever in Germany. Those appearing, and same thing in Sweden even. Which is a surprise. So
there are people doing stuff and things.
Me.
And this is something that we care about, then
Jesus,
what are we doing?
Yeah. I mean, we should all protect our culture, because without our culture, we're nothing, really.
But I thought white people...
Well, it's our identity.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Mad. White people don't have a culture. We have many cultures.
And we created many as well.
I think the Britisher did a video on that.
Yeah, I know. I was being facetious, but yeah.
Well, don't do it again. We'll make you stand in the corner.
Why do you have to begin every fucking sentence with so?
Because I have filler.
No, and it's not. That's all it is. Flat.
But I mean, it just seems like the assault on everything classical. I mean, come on, Rudolph was from 1966 or something like that. I mean, it's old as shit. I mean, it's been just fine until 2018. What the hell happened this year?
Mad Dodge, they've attacked every kind of classic. I mean, look, they went against books like Huckleberry Finn. You know, they've gone against pretty much anything that that people hold dear. If people like something, this is why we can't have nice things, is because of these fucking lunatics who just can't seem to just keep their fucking nose out of everybody's business.
Have they managed to deplatform Monty Python?
Oh, you mean Monty Python?
Monty Python, yes. Python.
Yes.
Yeah, and Sharadi in chat says they're attacking that movie White Christmas as well. Well, I mean, it has white in the name. It has to be bad, right?
Oh, look, don't forget, they also attacked that Baby It's Cold Outside. Remember? Just a nice fucking Christmassy song.
And they tried to attack it again.
Yeah. Crazy. Absolute lunatic.
Well, if that's what an individual radio station in a certain municipality wants to do, and most of their actual listeners are all right with that, I mean, you're playing to your audience. Yeah. So, but to do like a national ban, that's something different. But that's kind of how it's getting pitched as, though.
Yeah, but how many people actually complained about it? This is like an arbitrary thing, or maybe 2 people. I mean, this seems to be the problem at the moment. Is it doesn't take many people. It doesn't take many people to get something banned these days. All they need is like 5 letters from people, and they freak out and they go, "Oh my god, society's in arms."
Are they restricting?
There's no pitchforks at the gate, right?
I don't want to help them out, but Frosty the Snowman, does he tell children that it's good to smoke pipes?
No.
Well, actually, that's a better argument than There's snow people now, I guess.
Well, how about the snow? Yeah, about the snowman. Film. That's a kid who gets abducted by an adult snowman.
Yeah, by a white man.
Well, he's
pedophile snowman.
No, he's 98% water.
Yeah, well, it's the 2% you got to worry about. That's the bit.
Oh, he's got the cold and the carrot nose. Oh dear.
That's only 20% more water than a human being.
Yeah, he's still got the carrot. He can just move it.
I'm gonna be pissed tomorrow BuzzFeed does a story on how problematic Frosty the Snowman is.
They're desperate for anything. You see, again, this proves that, what we were saying earlier about the sort of the economics and stuff, that it shows that it's working. Because we have so few fucking problems in the world that we have to worry about Frosty the fucking Snowman.
Have you noticed, though, they seem to be getting worse? Like, somebody who knows they're losing the argument start getting more and more desperate. I think I think they're losing traction, and that's why they're getting louder.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think because there's been so much compliance to their stupid requests that it's emboldened them. They actually think, maybe I'm valid, and it makes them feel important when they get a response, and it's like in their favor. Then all of a sudden it's like, I'm on a mission.
They've had a lot of forward momentum for a lot of things. Now they're starting to reach upon things where it's like, all right, even folks like me, it's like, wait, you want them to take down the American flag? Mm-hmm. This just reeks of BS right here. It's like, that's one of those things where it's like, no, they're starting to hit a very hard point. And this is what I say, like, basically a lot of folks, it's like, yeah, maybe they have good intentions. Are there some folks that literally just want like a complete revolution and just retuning society? Sure. No, there's absolutely folks out there like that, but it's just like a lot of folks, this seems like a good idea. We're being inclusive and stuff like that. And that's fine, but it's just, if you're going to take it to the point where you're just literally you're literally oppressing other people. And it's like,
inclusive. Fair enough. Yeah, so long as you don't go crazy with it.
But inclusivity they're not, like you said, they're actually they are excluding entire massive portions of society. Why do you think people are getting so pissed off with it? People are being apathetic and they haven't responded to it because it's like, oh yeah, fine, whatever. Too busy to worry about it, and they let it slide and they let it slide and they let it slide, and eventually, like you said, you hit a point where even someone as lefty as you finds that they've gone to an intolerable point. The problem is then, how do you get things back? It's a lot harder to get things back than it is to stop something, right?
Cabbage, have you ever seen that photo shoot? It was billed as the first real totally inclusive photo shoot. All of the female models on it were all black, and not just black, but all the same shade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
I remember that. Yeah, total hypocrisy, and that's diversity for you.
Yeah,
it's diverse because it's not white.
It's a private company. I mean, as long as if somebody wants to do a specialty shoot or something, it's hard.
We're not saying can they do it. It's the point of the hypocrisy of what it is that they claim that they're doing, which is diversity. At the same time, they're doing the exact opposite, which is trying to just like hammer this one thing home, like black is good, black is good, Black Lives Matter, black this, black that, at the exclusion of everything else.
Yeah.
Is it possible the way you just frame that almost sounds like trolling in a way?
Yeah, well, in reality, unless you work at it and make your life matter, nobody's life matters.
Well, everybody's life matters.
No, don't.
We all have a part to play. We're all here.
But most of us don't play a part.
Well, even if you're going to reduce it down just to atoms and stuff, hey, we each make up part of the universe.
It's
kind of cool.
It's like respect. People say, you should respect women. No, I shouldn't. I don't respect anybody unless they prove that they're worthy of respect. I'll treat people with...
you've got to earn it.
I'll treat people with courtesy.
Well, that's fair, but does everyone have courtesy?
Most people don't, but I try to.
Yeah, really. I mean, but courtesy is just one aspect of, because people work within societies. I mean, people can be intolerant, and quite often, I mean, that's what happens in a society, right? If you've had a bad day, and you can be short with somebody, in the shops or something like that, and go back the next day and say, "Sorry, I just had a really shitty day," and they'll understand, and it's like, okay, fair enough.
Not.
I completely understand, Cabbage, and then I shall follow up with, is the internet in real life?
No. Of course it isn't. You do come out with some absolute gibberish sometimes.
No, it is right, though. It isn't the internet in real life because the internet is pretty much a consequence-free environment. I mean...
Well, not anymore. Now we've got a police force to fucking monitor Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, well, even then, it is much more so than real life.
I don't know.
So-
2,000
so-
people last year were arrested in Britain for,
Yeah.
tweets.
Okay,
You
yeah.
mean Airstrip 1?
Is the internet
Mhm.
real life?
No, it isn't. Stop asking the same gibberish question.
You can get arrested in both.
No, you don't. You get arrested in real life. You don't get arrested virtually. It's not
Yeah,
the
but
case.
memes on the
It's
internet,
moronic.
memes on the internet, I can shoot you in the head and leave you lying there dead. And tomorrow you could do the same to me. You can't do that in real life.
Exactly.
Well, that's a game.
Yeah, well, you said virtual, right? Yeah, but I mean, people do get shot in real life, so clearly that doesn't it? That must mean that virtual life is real life. Dickhead.
I can buy stuff online.
Yeah, you can, but in the real world, you're just using it as a transaction process.
The internet is a tool that you use in real life.
Yeah.
It isn't real life.
He's just being a twat. Ignore him.
I know.
Go away.
He's been a wind-up merchant.
Yeah, he's just being a dick. It's what he is.
But there is a flip
That's what
side.
happens when you
to-
become a liberal. You lose
there
all
is a-
sense.
Cabby, there is a flip side to this whole war on Christmas, though, because there is still a lot of people that do, donate a lot to charity this time of year, give to needy families. Hell, I heard a story of on Black Friday, somebody went into the local
But you
Target or
can't
whatever.
call it that anymore. You can't call it that anymore. It's
Whatever.
racially diverse Friday.
I
But no,
almost
they-
launched a meme of
let me
destruction
finish real
on that
quick.
last year. Sorry.
Yeah, let me finish real quick. They went into like the Target or whatever, and they paid for everything on layaway. That had to cost thousands of dollars, and they didn't know these people. They just went in there and paid it all off. There are good people still, and this time of year brings it out in people a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Well, that's again because it's part of that Christian charity. It's part of that Christian ethos, about just recognition of
I think
trying to help everyone out. Like Boxing Day, for example. I mean, you know this, right, Batman? Boxing Day. I mean, that was originally when you would give a box of to the guy who had to come and clean the outhouse.
Yeah.
And the bin man and the people who did the crappy jobs.
See, I always thought it was something good like that, but I always thought there was like a sports event as well.
No.
We always
not
did
boxing.
that on the week before Christmas.
Yeah, well, that's how it did change.
Same
but-
tradition.
Yeah, exactly. It changed because it was better to give people something, because it went from being a gift to being, like money. So it was obviously better for them to have money before Christmas.
Oh, I get it now. That's why they always say it's always better to give than to receive.
Possibly both.
Well, in the chat, Ace of Skulls says, "Is it a war on Christmas or a war on religion?" One of you guys want to take that one?
It's a war on Western culture.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd agree with that.
The people who are flooding Europe and the UK and even the United States at the moment, plus the crazy lefties, they don't like Western civilization.
Yeah, self-hating.
I have two questions here. How many people here are atheists?
I class myself as more of an agnostic. If proof is if it is proven to me that the supernatural actually exists, I will accept it.
I'm an atheist, but that doesn't mean that I don't believe in the basic premises that are laid out. I don't believe in doctrine. That's the difference.
So, Cabbage, you're more an atheist than an anti-theist.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I just think that that religion, Christianity took. I mean, we'd already been living for an awful long time before Christianity turned up, and we worked out that raping and murder and things didn't do society any particular good. So we already had laws and things like that, or principles against them. And all that Christianity did was adopt those and sort of codify them.
That's a great story.
Yeah, I mean, most religions in the world, even before Christianity, had the killing's bad, dude. Don't steal things. Yeah. Be nice to people.
Yeah, I mean, because that's how it's society. I mean, otherwise we would have been disparate and we would never have survived. I mean, technically we are just big pink meat sacks. You know what I mean? Technically, we shouldn't get to top of the food chain if you're looking at it in pure muscle mass and killing power as an individual.
But we can craft tools, Cabbage.
Yeah, but even that, if you're on your own, you're unlikely to survive.
Well, Oh, hey, that's why we work together. MD, are you? I believe you are an atheist. I just don't want to.
Yeah, no, I'm more with Batman, and
Like
I
not.
don't.
All right, cool.
So,
Yeah. I think I'm forgetting if it was Terry Pratchett or Douglas Adams who said it best. Human beings are basically just an upstart ape with ideas above his station.
Yeah, that sounds like that does sound like Douglas Adams.
Yeah.
Well, I do like bananas, but well, here's the thing. Okay, so everyone here is agnostic, atheistic, or anti-theist, or atheistic, something like that. All right. So who here likes Christmas?
I used to enjoy it, as a kid, but I've always found, well, it was always said in our household that Christmas is for kids, New Year's for adults. That's how it works. So it's good if you got like kids around and they're all bright-eyed and freaking out over the little toys and stuff like that. They're all so happy, but generally speaking, nah. And Christmas can come and go, and I would barely miss it.
But it's something that could be positive. It's kind of cool. Could be a festivity.
Also, Christmas is for families.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When you get on with your families, you enjoy the time that you're having. But it also triggers the memories of previous Christmases, like when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. It makes you a kid again, which is why you get the adults sitting down playing with the toys with the kids. Which they.
I don't want to go in a minute.
So the Christmas mimetic is very strong.
It's not, like I said, it's not a mimetic. It's just it's a festival. It's an event.
Well, doesn't it trigger like events from past Christmases and some of that feeling and stuff that's ingrained?
But they're called memories. Memories are not memes. Yeah. You don't understand what a fucking meme is. You've named yourself memes of destruction. What the fuck is wrong with you? Go and watch some Susan Blackwell, all right?
Cabby, are you one of those? Are you one? Cabby, I have a question. You're just attacking memes. It's the usual attack, so I'm going to go ahead and cut you off.
Fair enough.
Are you one of those adults that even though you don't have any kids running around the house, you go buy a tree still and do all that? Or not really?
I've still got I still have the little flashing tree and stuff. And, I do put up a couple of decorations in the windows and things, but I don't go over the top. But that's because I go to, friends and family. So I get to see it there, I don't really need it at home.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
Yeah, I was just curious. I was wondering if you were that type of person. Because even after the kids move out, we'll probably end up still getting a tree and stuff. I don't know.
Oh, hell. When I was driving, I used to even put a little, little Christmas trees that you could stick to the, the window, to the windscreen.
Mm-hmm.
Used to get one of those too, because it's just fun,
Right. Hey, there's another thing. It proves that, the early influx of Muslims into the United Kingdom did very much integrate, because in my town, you go past some houses and the Muslims, because your town, but they've got the Christmas decorations up in the window and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they just do it way too early these days. It was meant to be originally the 12 days of Christmas, so you should only actually have your your decorations up for 12 days.
Yeah, otherwise
does that make me a bad person? Because
it does. It makes you hideous.
Was it after Thanksgiving?
I don't put up trees. I don't put up decorations. My kids know Santa's not real. They've known since they were.
Well, Santa's real. He's from Russia and he has tattoos.
Yeah, but we knew that Santa wasn't real, at a young age. But that didn't stop us from enjoying Christmas. Yeah. I mean, all we learned was same thing as the tooth fairy. It didn't stop us putting our teeth underneath the pillow. We still did that because we got money.
My kids think that the tooth fairy's real, and if they're naughty, that the tooth fairy will eat all of their bones.
Oh, well, that's nice.
That's kind of creepy.
Well, in Glasgow, apparently the tooth fairy goes around houses carrying a mail hammer.
Yeah. Well, in Germany,
what do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about crumpets?
I like crumpets.
Oh, I like a bit of crumpet.
Yep. Crumpets.
That's not what he said.
I think he means Krampus.
Krampus, whatever. I don't care about your silly pronunciation.
Crumpets. Well, no, crumpets are a little bread type thing that you toast.
No, the evil
very nice
Santa
with butter and
kills all
jam.
the bad
He
children.
means Krampus.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, that's like the German one, and the same thing with the Scandinavian one, isn't it? He's a real
nobody
bastard.
could ever misunderstand each other on the internet.
Means you're dumb.
But it was like, did you ever do the old ceremony of midnight or whatever, where you take the piece of coal and take it from one end of the house to the other, so from the front door to the back door?
No, we had you give a piece of coal and a piece of bread to whoever's designated first. They go outside before midnight. Yeah, obviously not too long before midnight. And as soon as New Year's declared, they knock on the door and they present the household with the piece of coal and the loaf of the slice of bread.
Batman, how dare you and Cabbage bring me to this point? So I shall entertain the idea that Santa is not real. If Santa is not real and folks can still enjoy Christmas, is that not the same argument that we have with a lot of religion?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Well, yeah, but there's nothing wrong with, I have no problem with people who enjoy religion because it brings them, some kind of happiness. It brings them, something positive and makes, and keeps them viable and, vibrant in society. I mean, it's the same thing as well, the crazy shit that you talk about, all your fucking, mythos and all that kind of stuff. If you want to believe in Harry Potter, that's fine by me. If you want to be a Tolkienite, that's fine by me. If you want to be a Star Wars person, fine by me. The thing is, it's whether or not you try and shove it down somebody else's throat.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Well, yeah, everyone loves to buy. Nobody likes to be sold.
Yeah. So these things aren't inherently bad. It's just the way that they are implemented. And, you go back through history and there's a few issues with religion in the past. Islam, obviously.
Spanish Inquisition, anybody?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, people have a history of ruining everything, but I think we can do better.
The Reformation. Yeah.
But I don't know. Sherardi, why is it that you don't even celebrate Christmas even a little bit? It sounds like because I might not believe in God, but my kids still go to church and we still celebrate Christmas.
I used to celebrate Christmas. I used to put up a tree. I don't anymore because I find it pointless and tedious.
So the kids have to suffer for you. You don't give them those happy memories that they can look back on in future years.
No.
That's really selfish.
I love how Cabbage is basically just fully playing up the lack of Christmas as an attack tool right now.
Well, no, because I'm not a particularly Christmassy person. Like I said, for me.
Well, I know that. I'm pointing out the irony.
Hey, Sherardi, you don't run an office and employ some guy called Bob Cratchit, do you?
And Cabby is more than welcome to attack me for whatever reason.
I'm not attacking you. Stop being.
No, I'm not talking loud because my fucking head hurts.
Do me a favor and say. Do me a favor and say ball humbug.
Fuck you.
That's not ball humbug.
You need a rest. There wasn't much oomph in that FU, hon.
It's a good replacement though for the bar humbug, isn't it? That's a modern day equivalent. You would have it translated into modern English. Fuck you.
Got to admit, that is one of my even as a kid, that was one of my favorite Christmas stories. Yeah, A Christmas Carol.
Oh, what do you think about the movies? I mean, there's a lot of different iterations of the movies.
Scrooge, Albert Finney is the best.
Yeah.
I'd say the modern one with Bill Murray is the second best.
Yeah, Bill Murray Scrooged. I enjoyed that.
Especially the Ghost of Christmas Past. She was a psychopathic little bitch.
Yeah, the squeaky fucking.
What have I got here? It's a toaster! Bang!
I may not be a very Christmassy person as far as decorations go, but as soon as the Christmas movies come out, they are all over my TV. My kids get to watch tons of Christmas movies because I'm a Christmas movie.
Well, think about it as well. Charles Dickens, of all people, I mean, he wrote, Oliver Twist and that, and he was born in a workhouse. I mean, he had a really shit life.
Honey, how many times does Mommy watch White Christmas every year? Yeah, I don't know either.
He's a least likely person to sort of do something, write something along those lines when you consider what a kind of crappy life he actually had as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
No.
Not according to Bruce. No, it's a film that takes place in at Christmas.
Yeah,
it's not
a Christmas film.
No, it's a film that takes place.
It was
during Christmas.
played at Christmas. It's associated with Christmas.
The Great Escape gets played at Christmas.
Yes, but it takes place on
takes
Christmas. It's a family story.
There were Christmases during the Second World War.
Yep.
Well, wait a minute though, Cabby. I could argue with you on that one. What about a movie that takes place in World War I during the Christmas armistice?
Yeah,
that would be a Christmas movie. That would be a Christmas movie.
No,
I mean, it would be a movie which is, which happens to be staged during Christmas, but I wouldn't call it a Christmas movie.
Why has nobody proposed a Christmas soccer match between like the UK and Germany?
Because they really, really want to dig up those memories.
What do you mean? We do that every World Cup.
Wouldn't that bring a little bit more civility, if you would, or maybe temporary antagonization? But
it happens every year.
No, memes is talking about reenacting the World War I event, pretty much.
It has been done actually. That has been done on several occasions.
But the Christmas Carol one I remember growing up. I know you're gonna want to smack me, but it was the Disney version with Mickey Mouse and freaking the duck.
Yes, I want to smack you now.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but there's no coming back from that. I'm sorry, but you know how easy
I'll make it worse.
It takes a lot to earn respect, and it's so easy to lose it.
I'll make it worse. I'll make it worse, Cabby. One of my favorite Christmas movies is Jingle All the Way, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and freaking Sinbad. That movie was badass.
Yeah, that was all right. Well, I did used to like that on. They used to have the old Sinbad, the original. And what was the?
I think my favorite of those kind of movies.
Golden Fleece.
Oh, Jason and the Argonauts.
Yeah, Jason and the Argonauts.
I think my favorite movie was The Thief of Baghdad.
I just remember National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Come on. That is fucking great.
It is quite funny, I've got to admit.
I did prefer just National Lampoon's Vacation, especially the bit where they get pulled over by the highway patrolman.
And he recognizes the wife.
Is that the one? Is that the one where they leave the dog on top of the freaking?
Exactly. Not on the top.
Wait,
they left the dog leashed to the car and forgot about it.
They're dragging it along behind.
So they heard the Mitt Romney story, and they, oh god.
Oh, sorry, no, it was the second one. Yeah, when they were in France, and he's done those photographs of her in the shower, and the policeman recognizes her from the pictures. No, she ends up on a billboard, doesn't she? From this picture. That was pretty good. Yeah, I like Lampoon stuff. Well, you can't beat Animal House, can you? I mean, that's still
Well, yeah, Animal House, but that's not necessarily a Christmas movie. I like the Christmas Vacation one, though. It's good. I don't know. What other good Christmas movies are they going to fuck up for us? I'm glad they're not redoing any this year.
What other classics are there, really?
What's the one with you're going to shoot your eye out or whatever? The BB gun, the kid sticks his tongue.
Christmas Story?
Yeah, there you go, Christmas Story.
Home Alone.
I don't know, they messed up the Home Alone series, but the first one was good.
Yes.
First one was good. The second one wasn't bad.
Well, Donald Trump was in the second one.
That's right, he was.
And of course, Orange Man bad.
Orange Man smash puny human.
Poor Macaulay Culkin, though. Have you seen that kid? Like, he looks like shit.
That's because he's done a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Dude,
and,
if you're 10 years old, you become a star like that. I mean, that's tough, man.
when he got traumatized by Michael Jackson.
Oh, goddamn.
It's true. Michael Jackson had had a thing for him. He was very taken with Macaulay Culkin.
I think the thing about Michael Jackson is, in all seriousness, he'd never had a childhood, and he decided he's a multi-billionaire. I'm going to have a childhood. I don't think he actually did anything sexual.
No, I mean, I would agree with that probably. I don't know. I mean, it's still. I don't think that he was rabid. A rabid.
It's different. It's different. It's not what people are used to. But then again, not many people are childhood stars. Don't get full childhoods.
No,
well, some are, but
no. He was definitely emotionally retarded. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, look when he was in London with Lisa Marie and the baby,
dangling it over the side of the balcony. Yeah. Yeah, he was an oddball.
That was not wise.
He was an odd egg.
So when I was a kid,
the rumor going around about Michael Jackson. Sorry to interrupt there, but when he started getting heavy into plastic surgery, that's when you started hearing about LaToya Jackson, who looked strangely like him, and there was this rumor going around that they were the same person. Because apparently her husband never saw her naked.
That's weird. But I was trying to get it back to Christmas. Am I the only one as a kid? We used to go drive around and look at all the Christmas lights and shit. Did you do that, Memes?
Wait, what? Oh, the lights? I like the lights.
Yeah, drive around into the neighborhoods that had like the light competitions or whatever, and go look at all the Christmas lights and stuff.
We used to do that every year.
You're Matt MD. You're making me relive times with Mrs. Memes.
It's like it's like up here. There's a store in Newcastle upon Tyne called Phoenix. They go all out at Christmas with their window, and it's a tradition. Everybody goes to Newcastle to look at Phoenix window. Yeah, it turns into a family deal for a lot of people. Because,
I mean, Batman, have you never been to the Blackpool lights?
Not since I was a kid.
Yeah, but we used to do that every year when we were kids. Yeah. That was like a sort of little pilgrimage that you had to do, go through.
Turning on the illumination.
Really. Yeah, go up and see the illuminations, and then we were lucky. We were only about a 40-minute drive away or something. So it was pretty good. You go up, and then you get out, freezing cold, go on, onto the prom with some fish and chips. Good.
Oh, okay. What monster downvoted this stream? We're just bullshitting about Christmas, all right? There's nothing edgy about this.
It's ogre, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got to be.
Who downvotes Christmas, you monsters?
Well, you said there's a war on Christmas.
Yeah.
The first shot has been fired.
It was a passing Muslim.
They are everywhere.
Oh man, I don't know. What type of traditions do you guys have over in the UK for Christmas?
Probably very similar to the Americans. I mean, you open your presents Christmas morning. You have your Christmas dinner. You have a fight over what you watch on TV. You doze off in the armchair.
Yeah. Lots of farting.
Yep.
From the Brussels sprouts.
Yep. And the following week, you go and spend your Christmas money. When you're adult, you spend most of it on booze for New Year's.
Well, I mean, you got Christmas Day, which is family, but then that's the thing with Boxing Day. That's when that's when friends come round, and then you usually have sort of a buffet or something like that out. use up the rest of the turkey. You can get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah, the only traditions I
sandwiches.
think are weird that people like, they're not doing it as much anymore, but the walking around singing Christmas carols thing. I'm not gonna go sing at my neighbor's freaking front door. That's weird.
Well, why is that? Why is that fucking weirder than sending out your kids to go and beg for candy on Halloween?
Yeah,
But they're wearing costumes.
That's what the kids do over here around Christmas time.
They're singing.
They'll sing Christmas carols. Yeah, you got to give them something for it. But
Yeah, you can go out there, give them some hot chocolate or something. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like sometimes you get like what happened to me a couple of times. One in particular, this kid knocked on my door, sang 3 bars of "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" and held his hand out.
Yeah.
So I made him sing an entire Christmas carol until he got something.
Yeah, damn right.
I mean, in high school, we would go, because I was in choir, we would go to the old folks' homes and sing Christmas carols and then do the Christmas concert. I get that, but just walking around a neighborhood, I don't know. It just, I would feel
we used
weird
to have
doing
them,
it.
and they'd sing like 3 or 4 different, songs, and then we'd invite them in, and Mum had a big bowl of punch for the adults, and there was, soft drinks or hot chocolate or something for the kids.
Hey, where's our resident cannibal tonight?
I don't know.
Oh, he means
Jensen.
Jensen.
I mean, Jensen.
Yeah, he's gone AWOL. I haven't seen him around for a while. I don't know. Hope he's all right. I mean,
maybe he's on a family vacation.
Maybe he's caught a couple of carolers.
He didn't mention anything anyway.
He caught a couple carolers. That's great.
Oh, he's teaching them how to sing.
Jensen's prepping Christmas dinner early.
He's got them hung up. He's just aging them.
No, he's teaching them "We Wish You a Merry Christmas."
All right, so since we're talking about Christmas here, we usually do turkey for Thanksgiving and then ham for Christmas. What do you guys do as your main dish?
Turkey.
Yeah, turkey.
Yeah, see, I get freaking done with turkey after Thanksgiving, man. You end up with turkey for like a week.
Well, it makes sense. Although, having said that, we didn't always have turkey. I mean, sometimes we had beef, sometimes it'd be lamb, but usually the usual one is turkey. That's the tradition.
Yeah. Or if your father's got a shotgun, you get duck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or goose. Yeah, I did like goose. Goose is good.
Duck season.
Oh, there's some wild turkeys walking around my yard. I was checking the mail yesterday, and I was like, oh, I should freaking catch one of you fuckers.
Yeah. That's it. Keep it in the back. Keep it alive until you want to eat.
Dude, those guys will roam around. And they can fly.
Yeah.
Not very far.
But you clip their wings.
Well, that's mean.
You're going to eat it.
Just stop some flying.
If it's a domesticated.
Exactly.
No, but if it's just walking by.
Yeah, just walking by, and then it walks around your garden for a while, and then it ends up in your belly.
Yeah, well, that's nature. Yeah.
Yeah. Grand scheme of things, mate.
I don't know, but a good honey glazed ham is a pretty good Christmas main
Have
dish.
you guys had any trifle? Jason Todd, the best Robin, has mentioned it in the chat. I believe I've had it before. Isn't that like that cool layered dessert?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah. With cream on top,
In chat was
sprinkles.
asking if trifle is the same as Yule logs. No, it's not. Yule logs are basically like chocolate Swiss rolls, aren't they?
Yeah.
What?
A chocolate Swiss roll. It's basically like it's a long. It's a
We have those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they come individually wrapped as well. No, we have the fancy ones, and then we just have the chocolate ones made by like Little Debbie.
Yeah, well, a Yule log is
Put
one
them in
of
the
those
freezer.
on a tray. No, you put it on a tray and you dust it with icing sugar, and then you put a few bits of holly around it and things like that, and then it becomes a Yule log.
Oh.
Now, okay. I just thought of this. Once again, sticking with the Christmas theme here for tonight's show. Is mistletoe gonna get a lot of guys in trouble this Christmas?
Yeah, good boy. Yeah, well, that comes this fucking Me Too thing.
Is mistletoe a binding Find a contract.
So,
Everybody knows what mistletoe means. If you're standing underneath it, you should know better.
You're in a place that hasn't been weeded.
yeah.
What you need to do is if you're gonna do anything, fuck them on the photocopier, and that way at least you get a photograph, and you can say that it's consensual. I've got photographic evidence.
Ah, you've got to say yes for everything you do, though.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to ask permission for everything you do now.
Oh, you could just put it up on Instagram then.
Yeah, but standing under the mistletoe is granting permission, right?
Yeah. Not everybody knows that.
Wow.
That myth.
What do you
And
mean not everybody knows that? Name me three people that don't know that.
Folks that aren't from this part of the woods.
Yeah, well, they should fuck off back where they know what's
No.
going on.
Here's all I'm saying is if we're talking about consent, if all of a sudden you look at the mistletoe, you bust out your phone, and you're like, "Hey, we're standing on some mistletoe."
Yeah, but the thing is,
so you have a recorded moment. So it's like, well, I
No,
still
fuck
anyway,
off.
or I told you to go fuck yourself.
At the end of the day, look, it's
Is
not
that what
like
we're
you
arguing
throw
about?
yourself at somebody. You don't throw
We have the
yourself at somebody
technology,
who
Kevin.
happens. You don't throw people on. Yeah,
Don't
you don't throw
have to.
yourself at people under the mistletoe. It's meant to be you both look. There's an acknowledgement, and then you put. If somebody just walks underneath a piece of mistletoe showing no interest in it, then you don't just suddenly grab the person and
yeah,
that's
you're
not how
not
it works.
You're not just standing there waiting for these chicks. To punch under you.
Exactly.
Cabbage. Wait,
You
are
are
we
a
really at the
fucking
point where we
mental
have to
case.
legislate this?
Well, actually, means you might have something in there. People from the Middle East, they're not going to know anything about mistletoe because where are you going to find mistletoe in the fucking desert?
Well, it could be a gift.
No, it still wouldn't survive. It'd just be a brown. It wouldn't survive.
You get a small bit of ice. A swallow could carry.
I say they have to respect our culture if we have to respect theirs. That's all I'm saying.
Damn straight. Bloody right.
Right. Once over, everybody knew that tolerance was a two-way street.
Mm-hmm.
When it becomes a one-way street, it's not tolerance; it's surrender.
Yeah, indeed. Well, Chamberlain taught us that one, didn't he?
Jacob in the chat wants to know who would win, Sub-Zero or Batman. He says Sub-Zero. How would Batman beat Sub-Zero?
Well, he's beaten the likes of Mr. Freeze. He's beaten the likes of
Mr. Freeze is in Sub-Zero.
He's also beaten the Killer Frost. Other cold-based characters.
That's wonderful.
He's an expert in 27, maybe 29 forms of martial arts. He's got gadgets. He's got stealth.
He's not Sub-Zero.
If he was
drop a bomb on him.
If he existed in the same universe that Sub-Zero existed in, he would probably have extensive files on the guy. So he's going to know all of his weaknesses. So yeah, Batman's going to win.
You're talking about existing, yet in the Mortal Kombat lore as well, they've gone to all different realms and stuff. So
not in DC lore.
Maybe.
Wait, isn't there a game where you could play Batman versus Sub-Zero, or is that just DC versus
Yeah.
I don't.
No, I don't know. Man.
Anyway, back to Christmas. I just the chat wanted to know who would win, and I figured Batman would say Batman. But yeah,
why isn't there a sprite game of like different YouTube like sprites and stuff? Why isn't that a thing? So people can just actually battle out playing the fucking game rather than just me.
Oh,
we're gonna turn this into a game. Let's turn it into a fucking game.
You know they're bringing back Celebrity Deathmatch.
I heard that. Is Mills Lane?
Yeah. Plus you've
why?
Who's writing the story?
Ice Cube. Ice Cube is pretty much running the show.
Then nobody wins.
Why would they do it?
Same reason to do anything in business. Money.
Well, money, yeah.
Oh, ratings? Because people people like me looked it up over the course of the past probably few years.
Yeah, and MTV's even getting so desperate they're bringing back The Real World. That show is old as dirt.
I hope one day that we get to the point where we can bring back In Sickness and in Health, where sanity is.
But no, I think that mistletoe question is actually a good one because right at office Christmas parties and shit, they have mistletoe hanging up. How many people are going to be fucking getting in trouble?
Well, no, I think it'll be companies that, because again, you know, you can't have nice things anymore. So companies will say you can't have mistletoe. I mean, they've already started cutting back on the Christmas parties and stopping those because people are so fucking scared of, you know, the consequences afterwards. So yeah, I mean, everything just becomes so stultified. It's untrue. But you know, these lifeless, you know, unhappy, self-hating fuckers, you know, it makes them happy that everyone else is unhappy. I mean, that's the point, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
If I can't be happy, no one should be happy. The little selfish.
Hold on, wait a second. Hold on. Can MTV solve this? As MTV defeated the USSR.
MTV can't solve its own fucking problems. How the fuck
wait. What if it's done, even if
problem?
it's inadvertent? No, because I'm watching one of these things posted 3 months ago, and they're having like stars react to bloody celeb fights and hashtagged under like the vault and stuff. They're just showing people the old stuff, and what happens is, oh wait, this might be more divisive.
Memes. MTV has Francesca Ramsey. They have no fucking chance of solving anything.
No. Seriously, the idea that MTV would fucking solve anything or would even be a part of solving something is just a ridiculous assertion.
Are you saying MTV didn't help contribute to the fall of the Soviet Republic?
I'm not saying anything of the sort because, again, it's just mindless gibberish.
Yes,
MTV or memes?
Well, video killed the radio star.
Memes TV, what a frightening prospect. Oh yes, I need to share this.
I like the sound of that.
Interesting. You said video killed the radio star. Well, that was what was his name? King,
the Buggles,
wasn't it? And he turned out to be a fucking pedo.
Oh, I have to share this. What somebody sent me on Twitter.
Very Christmassy.
That's pretty good.
I bet it'd work though. Thought you'd appreciate that.
But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was a really interesting question, and I think you're pretty much right, Cabby. They'll just stop allowing mistletoe at a company party, and the company parties are going down anyway. Yeah. Like, I didn't really realize that, but now that you said it, I bet you're right. You don't have any facts to back you up right now, but I'm betting you're right.
No, I mean from personal experience, from different holidays. Different ones that I've been to in companies and things. I mean, you could see the changes that were happening as time went by. So,
well, yeah, and a lot of these.
I mean, in actual fact, now, you know what's happening now a lot, Madaj. The companies are offering people. It's like either they just have a meal, or I mean, this is what I used to do. It's like, do you want to all go out? Like, we used to have a budget for the department. It's like, shall we all go out and just get ratted, or do you want the money? And some people would take the money, and then those who just wanted to go out and have a nice night out, then they would just go off in a different group. So just dish out cash. So basically like a Christmas bonus. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, but if you look at it, a lot of these white-collar jobs, like lawyers and all this other stuff, the firm would put on a Christmas party, and then half of the people would get drunk and act like idiots and not want to go to work the whole next week. Because
Christmas parties have often gotten very PG over the years. Not all places, private places often still put on a good shindig.
But that's what I mean, Matt. This is how they sort of modified it. Oh, well, certainly in a lot of the places I've worked in recently. Is that they're now, they're doing it department by department. So each department just gets a Christmas, budget. And so that goes into the, to the manager. And then he organizes whatever the department wants to do. So they don't have these massive corporate ones because they're too expensive, right? So it's just like, well, we'll throw, basically 20 quid a head per person per, in each department. And you get that amount of money allocated and you've got to work out what to do with it.
No, places I used to work in, you could tell Christmas was coming because the back end of November, the women used to come around collecting for the Christmas party.
Yeah, I thought it was usually the employees that usually put it together.
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, I don't know. I suppose that happens in certain companies, but I mean, we did. I mean, we did used to. I mean, we'd use the budget, but I mean, when we went out, it was only like 20 quid a head or something. So that's not really much, right? And if you go going out on the piss, you have you know, a skinful of beer and shots, and then you have a, you know, Chinese meal or something. That's going to be more than 20 quid. So I mean, you're basically putting to it either way.
Yeah. So that's the way it always works.
Yeah.
And when you put into it, it tends to make you feel more part of it as well. If you know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, senior management ones are really good fun because I mean that's like open bar and everything. You know, well, what if you get once you're into senior management and it's, you know, directors and senior managers, then that's, I mean, that is just, you know, full on debauchery.
Well, that's bonding.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to kind of be maybe not best friends with these people, but if you work together 40 plus hours a week, you're supposed to get along. You should be able to, you know, throw a holiday party and not make it World War III.
Work family's nice.
Some people are indifferent. Some people absolutely loathe and detest the people they work with.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this is the reason that I started offering, you know, when I was working as a manager, I'd offer people either money or go out. If you want to go out, we'll just arrange a night out, you know, and it's convenient for all of us. 20 quid a head, that's it. And anyone else, here's you 20 quid, you're not coming. Simple. You know, because, and it's true, you know, why would you expect that? You know, that everyone's going to get along and then just cram everyone in and expect them to be festive. In fact, especially when you get a few beers down for people, it's amazing how many fights kick off.
The weirdest type of person I ever met at work, it seems to really be amongst like the managerial type, is the bloke who's an utter bastard at work with you. And you meet him on the street and he's a totally different guy.
Yeah.
You know the type I mean?
Well, that's it, because yeah, sometimes, I mean, you don't have to be liked to be respected. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Was he respected, though, or was he just a twat?
The one I'm thinking of, he was quite well respected, but he was a lot of because I was labouring a labourer at this munitions factory. He was a lot of bastard, especially with the broom pushers. But you met him outside. I met him once. The first time I met him outside, was on one of the local pubs. Oh, you all right there? Fancy a drink? I'm just, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but like I said, you know, liking and respecting are not synonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that old saying there, some people, leave the home at home and the work at work.
Damn right. And, you know, if he's doing, you know, being a bastard, you know, to make sure that he doesn't get fucking leaned on from above, you know, so he's doing preemptive. He's trying to prevent himself from getting in the shit. So you can understand that. I mean, sometimes you've got to be a bastard. You know, you've got to pull people aside when they're not pulling their weight.
No, absolutely. Speaking of bastards, okay, so what is it? CCTV or CRTV, something like that? It's
CCTV.
Close
okay,
television.
Yeah, no, CRTV then. Okay, they have Crowder on there. They have Roman Millennial and a bunch of other people. They are now merging with the Blaze and Glenn Beck's failed entertainment company.
I wouldn't mind having Roman Millennial.
Yeah, well, why exactly are they merging with the Blaze? The Blaze is going
There's a lot of
under.
provocative reporting. Well, because it's an established platform that just, I guess, the content hasn't really gone over so well because Glenn Beck kind of faded out after he went kind of crazy on Fox News.
No.
Are they trying to compete with Rebel Media? Are they trying to compete with Rebel Media or Breitbart?
I think they're already doing better than Rebel Media. I mean, Crowder gets a lot of freaking hits on YouTube for sure, and probably brought a lot of people to their subscription service. I thought about taking the 30-day free trial, but I always forget to unsubscribe to those things.
Could join the
and
mug
then they
club.
charge me.
Oh, it always.
Yeah, I should join the mug club. I want one of those mugs, damn it.
Well, you got something.
I don't like those mugs. They're too wide. They need to be taller and not so wide.
You can't customize it?
No, it's just one size fits all.
Oh, let me just give you a credit. All right.
Yeah. Like it's too white. It'll cool off too quick. You know, your tea's going to be cold in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I've got one of those thermal mugs, you know, with the lid. Because you spend a lot of time in front of the computer, you've got a hot beverage there. You tend to forget about it, so you go to have a drink, and you've got this freezing cold with the substance in your mouth.
Exactly, that's exactly what I've got. That's what I'm drinking out of now. And I made this cup of tea about 45 minutes ago or something. It's still hot.
Oh, mine's lasted for over 2 hours before.
Good idea.
I just think it's a bad idea to merge with the Blaze. Glenn Beck had over $100 million when he left Fox News. He has now pissed that all away, trying to make the Blaze work. I was subscribed to it. I did watch it. I stopped because he went full anti-Trump and went off the deep end, putting Cheetos all over his face and acting like a jackass.
He went Alex Jones, and he went the full Alex Jones.
Yeah, he went full gay fraud, right?
Didn't seem to work out for him. It's kind of like Marco Rubio trying to go after.
How'd you piss that? No, I mean, he kind of pissed it away. I mean, he's pissed away his investment capital, but not 100 million. Surely. I mean, he couldn't be that stupid. Once you got down to about sort of 75, you'd be thinking, yeah, maybe I'm going to keep this a little bit of retirement money, you know?
I'm pretty sure he has a safe full of gold.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think he'll be...
he is Mormon. How much money do you think he's given the church? They have to give 10% of their total assets, right?
Well, technically, but it depends, you know, I mean... No, I mean, how the fuck does the church know how much he makes? He's got to be honest.
He's Glenn fucking Beck, okay? System. If he hands them $100 and be like, "That's my tithe for the fucking week," they're gonna be like, "Yeah, right, Glenn." You're missing a couple zeros here, buddy.
Yeah, but you know, it's not like the Mormons come around. It's not like they got a Mormon auditing division or something, you know.
You never know.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Mormons did the rounds with the tax man.
Yep, here's my tithe for the month. Not according to all records of your bank account, it isn't.
Yeah, not according to your tax returns.
We went through this with Mitt Romney, who had said, "Oh, it's my duty to not pay any more tax than I should," and then they find out, well, you paid more tax than you had to.
Well, what happens then if you're in the Mormon church, right? And if somebody looked at your tax return, and because of the way you freaked your taxes, you ended up with a rebate, would the church have to give you money? 10% of the rebate?
Oh, I do think there's no refunds.
It's just one direction. What a surprise!
Yeah, God doesn't give money back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just, if God has everything and can get anything he wants, why does he need all our money? I think that's a George Carlin joke. That's not mine. I think that's George Carlin.
Excuse me. What does God need with a spaceship?
But this is it. Well, I mean, like, God, what the fuck does he need all this money? I mean, how bad is he with money? He's had the whole of history to gather money, to store things up and stuff. And it's still never enough. I mean, he's like a fucking kid, with the parents' credit card, apparently.
God moves in mysterious ways, which means really that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
There you go. Certainly doesn't know how to.
I just realised who God actually is. Mr. Bean.
Oh, it could well be. That would make sense.
It would explain a hell of a lot, wouldn't it?
Wait a minute. I thought God was Alanis Morissette.
Oh, God forbid.
Yeah,
Morgan Freeman.
Dogma joke? Come on, Dogma. Anybody?
Yeah.
No, I know. I remember. I liked it.
If God's Alanis Morissette, that doesn't change the fact that God's still male. Yeah, I just wouldn't class Alanis Morissette as a woman.
You just exploded my mind. I don't know. I need a second.
God's a tranny.
Yeah, she used to be a man, Mad. Yeah, Alan Morris.
God damn it, Batman. That's what Atlantis Morissette got for Christmas, a sex change.
All she wants for Christmas is a willy back.
Canadian Jew. What can you expect?
What? Are we being hateful? I'm not even sure at this point.
No.
No. But I just think it's desperation on the part of Glenn Beck and the Blaze, and I think it's stupidity on the part of CRTV because they have a pretty good roster, and Glenn Beck had to fire pretty much everybody. Why are they merging?
But doesn't he have the platform, though? He has an established infrastructure. They spent a lot of his $100 million building.
Yeah, so this is the point. You merge because you want to reduce overhead, so you can get the best, the best people together, fire all the chaff, and then streamline so that you can try. And like I said, they're probably going up again. They're looking to go against BuzzFeed and Breitbart. We want a piece of that action.
I wonder how the actual talent feels about the merger, considering I don't see any connection between Steven Crowder and Glenn Beck. Like, how are they going to even work together?
Injux just said in the chat there, Glenn Beck is trying to sell off the Blaze, and they're all trying to buy it off him.
Yeah, the thing is, Glenn Beck,
Crowder. Then. Okay.
No, but Madodge, Crowder used to work at Fox when Glenn Beck was there. He has worked with Glenn Beck before.
I did not know that.
I would like to see Tucker Carlson start working with Crowder. I don't think Carlson. Tucker
Carlson is kind of in line to be, or he already is, the main guy on Fox News, right? He's even gets more viewers than Sean Hannity at this point. So why would he ever leave Fox News? There's no reason for him to.
Paycheck. Big enough paycheck.
Well, he must get sick of constantly interviewing that crazy woman.
Which crazy woman? They're all crazy.
It's the one who was. He keeps interviewing her. She's the one who was insisting that breastfeeding is sexist because men make women do it and don't do it themselves.
Oh, I know the one you mean. Yeah, I remember that.
He interviews her quite. She gets on his show quite a bit.
Yeah. Fucking freak.
Yeah, you can tell just for one glance that she's like in the head.
Yeah, total intersectional.
Round the fucking twist.
Yeah.
A bit touched.
Touched? She fell out the stupid tree and hit every branch on the way to the ground.
Yeah. No shit. She's got that dangerous level of retardation,
Yeah.
Where it actually becomes destructive.
You can tell just at a glance.
Yeah, weaponized retardation.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I think that was really interesting. If it is not a merger and it's them just buying Glenn Beck out and Glenn's just going to retire and go home, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, because a buyout makes sense. Take the infrastructure and run with it. But yeah, I mean, and the media is it's scrabbling for any kind of relevance at the moment. Especially broadcast media.
Yeah, but this is the alt media we're talking about, though. This is like Crowder. This is roaming millennial. Like, she's one of us. She started, she's a YouTuber.
Do you know the best way that the mainstream media could regain relevance? Start broadcasting the news again and stop trying to push agendas.
Yeah, exactly. Stop editorializing. Yeah, don't do the. I mean, you can have editorial discussions afterwards. You can have debates, within the news format.
Yeah, well, that's what.
But the actual news should be reported as news, and then yes, the news might be dull, just in the way that you present the facts. But then you can debate the facts afterwards.
Yeah,
and then opinions can come out.
That's what shows.
But everything these days is an opinion piece. Yeah, exactly. But everything these days in the news is opinion pieces.
Yeah,
it's a lack of also sometimes. Like if you're going to do that, that's fine. But you used to have your editorial section.
We didn't used to on British news. You just had the news. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, they actually did try and be impartial when they did the news. Obviously, being human, you can't be impartial, but they did try the best. And at the end of every news broadcast, there was always the "and finally," where you had like an upbeat story.
Yeah,
Either a silly story or just a feel-good story.
A water skiing squirrel or something like that.
Yeah.
A dog that could see sausages.
Or an interview with Eddie the Eagle Edwards.
Oh, by the way, who just typed that in there? Yeah, Loafer. I saw that. No, was it Loafer? Where was it?
The one about Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, exactly.
Loafer, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. It was really good. And it was cool. You remember when you asked me, Madodge, what my favorite record was? You know, what it would be? And I was umming and ahhing because I was like, is it going to be Motorhead or is it going to... And I said, no, Black Sabbath, Masters of Reality. Okay, but it was a toss-up between, you know, Motorhead, Avenger, or, you know, or Masters of Reality. And, yeah, but Rage agrees with me, apparently. So... rock on.
Well, if you're gonna go down the music route for a second, what's better, Rob Zombie or White Zombie?
Probably Rob.
The band or him solo? That's what we're asking. Yeah, I like the old White Zombie shit, man. That shit was pretty good.
It's wicked good. It's classic, but I don't know, dude.
If we've gone down the music route, Metallica is shit live.
Oh, yeah.
I used to go up with this girl.
They are truly bad. I've seen it. It's a fucking train wreck.
Got out with this girl. She was mad keen on Metallica. She'd never seen them live, so they were at Newcastle City Hall, and I took her to see them. And after that, she decided to sell all of her Metallica albums because there was absolute shite. They were they were that bad.
I mean, the greatest one I've ever been to, though, I've got to say, was Motorhead. You know, I mean, Lemmy in action, you just can't beat it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ace of Spades album is, again, one of my favorites. If it was going to have three, it would be, you know, those would be the three. Avenger, Ace of Spades, and Masters of Reality. You know, if I had to live on an island with three albums and that's all I could have, that's the one I'd have.
Yeah, I like Motorhead. I was more into Iron Maiden.
I liked Iron Maiden too, yeah. They were okay.
But
they had they swapped and changed too much. And that's the great thing about Motorhead, was that they were consistent. I mean, well, yeah, sorry, I mean, Black Sabbath, the reason I like that one is because it was the original and it had the original crew in it. I mean, how many fucking lead singers did Black Sabbath end up going through? Yeah. And the same thing with Iron Maiden. You know, I mean, they're swapping people out left, right, and centre.
Daniel left and got Dickinson in. Dickinson left for a short while, then returned. But I think Dickinson was the best out of all the singers I had. He's also a fucking nutter as well.
How exactly is it that when Ozzy Osbourne talks, you can't understand a word he fucking says, but he can sing clearly as hell?
I know, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, he's a Brummie. That doesn't help to begin with.
You notice most English singers, when they sing, they sound American.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that it? Is that what it is?
Because you use a different part of your speech centers when you sing to those you use when you speak.
Interesting. Yeah, because I never understood that. And it's not because he's getting old. Like, that's been his MO forever. Whenever he talks, you can't understand a word this fucker says.
But also, a lot of it is because they want to be able to, break the American market. So they have to be understandable. And of course, a lot of the music, when you go back to, especially the birth of rock and roll and heavy metal, it all came from blues, jazz, soul. I mean, all that, and rock and roll, and all of the base of that is. So if you're practicing singing and you're singing rock and roll or you're singing blues, you're going to be singing in that sort of tone, aren't you? When you're rehearsing, you sort of imitate, So that it makes sense that it would end up that way.
Look at that Scottish group, the Proclaimers. They had to teach themselves how to sing in a Scottish accent. yet they're Scottish.
That's really weird to me. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
The two-hit wonders, though, weren't they?
See, that's the great thing about people like, you know, Motorhead. I mean, Motorhead was really unusual because it did manage to continue its success all the way through. I mean,
Yeah.
it had a couple of trips, but even the bad ones were good. You know, they just weren't as good as the other one because you were working it against the other catalog. You know, and it's like you got exceptional catalog, then the little one, you know, the little blips stand out a little bit more.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you have bands like Skynyrd. Half of them died on a plane crash, and the other half kept the band going, and they're still doing concerts. I mean, not all bands just, I don't know, fade away, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's if you got good writers, right? I mean, you got to have, you know, people that give a shit about the message and things that they're doing. It's not, you know, you just don't want to revamp the same riffs. I mean, listen to fucking, you know, U2. They got what, 3 chords in their entire fucking. Their entire back catalog doesn't have more than 3 chords.
Even worse, and I might catch some hate about this, but fucking Slipknot, all they do is power chords, other than a few songs which I do like when they actually show that, you know, they're talented. Other than that, it's power chords and screaming. Fuck off.
I'd rather listen to 9 Inch Nails than Slipknot.
I think there's a big difference between the music lots which me and Cabbage would listen to when we were kids and we were getting older than the ones that are on the go now. I mean, the ones that we listen to, they wanted to make a career out of it. The ones that come up now, they want their 5 minutes of fame and some money in the bank, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was all done, wasn't it? You know what I mean? And if you were shit, you knew about it straight away. People would be telling you to piss off.
Mind.
You know, these are small venues that they used to do.
I still have this.
It's kind of like it's like actors, right? I mean, in Britain, if you want to be a good actor, if you want to be taken seriously, you've got to have done theatre. You know, and then maybe you can get into films. In America, you can just get thrown into anything. It's sort of like just throw enough shit at the wall and some of it's going to stick.
My Cabbage, I still have this beautiful dream when we're talking about music. There's me in a submarine Spitfire, right? Chasing the members of Depeche Mode across this minefield.
Depeche Mode, fucking hell. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't like any of that glam rocky sort of bullshit.
Oh, they were machine music, weren't they? Yeah, or as I call them, depressing mood.
Yeah, well, sorry, no, they were. What was the proper title? It was funny because it was in the Bad News Tour. Yeah. Wait, so we're not. Oh, fuck. New Age.
Yeah, they were a bunch of upper class twits. They were on the old Grey Whistle test once, right? But before they were being interviewed, they had an interview with Jimmy Page, and when after that, their interview came up and they're sitting there half the time taking the piss out with Jimmy Page. Old man, nobody listens to that kind of music anymore.
Yeah, well, you know, lack of respect of heritage. But I mean, well, look at things like the soft rock period. God Almighty, Whitesnake, fucking Bon Jovi.
Hey, Bon Jovi's not that bad.
God.
Bon Jovi's all right.
Please, spare me.
I like some Bon Jovi.
God Almighty, do not fucking.
Whoa, living on my hairspring. What about Europe?
They were such fags.
Yeah. What about Europe? You remember?
Europe, yeah.
Final countdown.
Yeah. Sorry, it was all just way too.
When you throw REM into that same mix, like
no, REM,
My Religion and The End of the World and stuff like that.
REM are more like folk music with a rock inspiration.
Yeah, REM do more kind of ballad stuff.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, obviously, like rock bands do them. I mean, Sweetleaf and stuff. You know, off the Masters of Reality album. You know, well, yeah, but let's not go there because
he'll do anything.
He'd do anything to share.
No, he'll do anything.
Yeah, it was
shoot butts.
Yeah. No, sorry. Meatloaf. He had his day.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
my grandma's favorite band. Actually, but yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of
Yeah.
fizzled out there, didn't it? That's the thing. It
Yeah,
just,
but you look at
What is it? What is it? The Dashboards fucking song? I don't remember the name of it now.
Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
There you go. Yeah. That's
You get some of these modern bands that have cropped up in the last 10, 20, even 30 years, and they've disappeared now. Yet you still get the likes. The Rubettes are still fucking touring and gaining fans.
yeah. Wait, how? Jesus! I mean, the idea that the Rolling Stones
Yeah.
ever did, any comeback is a surprise. I'm surprised that
Well, they're
anyone would
just-
actually give a shit.
The
no.
only thing-
They're raised from the dead. All right, they have a necromancer on their thing.
Hey, no, that's nasty. The only thing about going to a Rolling Stones concert is if they break the chains and start devouring the crowd.
Oh, they're going to be in fucking wheelchairs before they give up. Well, no, they've definitely finished now. They said they're never again. So,
Well,
good.
I'm happy none of you guys have brought up Slayer because that's another controversial one. I don't like Slayer. Their lyrics are choppy. They sound like crap. Sorry, sue me. Give me Pantera any fucking day over Slayer.
I agree with you, mate. I think they're very middle of the road. I agree with you.
Wasn't a fan of death thrash speed metal, you know, the ones where the lead singer grabs the microphone and farts through his mouth.
Oh yeah, but thrash metal was really more about the guitar and the drums. Yeah, I mean that was the great thing about Motorhead. When who was it that the drummer, fucking Animal.
Filthy Animal Taylor.
Yeah, and he managed to teach himself how to use two basses at the same time. So you got that, when you're doing the Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
And you would literally, the guy is tapping away on two fucking bass drums at the same time as he's playing a riff. He's playing on the skills. It's fucking amazing.
There's a big
talent
difference
was
between Motorhead and any given death or thrash metal band. Motorhead could still have a rhythm. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it was definitely, that's what I mean. It was because that's why I said, like, the percussion. But then you get the guitar, but it can't just be, spewing shit out.
Yeah.
I mean, go back to Jimi Hendrix, right? I mean, the king of guitar. I mean.
Yeah, I would agree with that, yes.
He could riff like crazy. When he was just free-forming, it was still better than most of the shit that you get out of, even some of the best stuff back then. Even some of the best bands that were around back.
I think one of my favorite guitarists was actually Gary Moore.
Yeah, I could go with that. Well, in that genre.
Yeah. Well, he did some. He did a lot of ballads, but they weren't soft and windy ballads.
I still think John McLaughlin is the best guitarist I've ever heard. Apart from Jimi Hendrix. I think Jimi Hendrix is just, in his, because he's on the electric, but when you see John McLaughlin playing a 12-string guitar, it's fucking mind-blowing.
Mind if you're going about like what Mad would probably call soft rock, I'd still rate ELO very highly.
Yeah, ELO were all right.
I mean, Mr. Blue Sky to me is one of the best sounds that came out of the 70s. One of the best sounds.
Yeah, but that's not really rock, is it? No. I mean, if you're going to go there, then you could throw in Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I suppose you could, or Jerry Rafferty.
Yeah. He was good. I like Jerry Rafferty.
Yeah. Baker Street is a classic.
Oh, it is. Undoubtedly. It stood the test of time. That proves it.
Yeah, and how many times has it been covered?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, talking about Mr. Blue Sky, do you know that fucking that whiny bitch? Lily Allen. She did a cover of Mr. Blue Sky, and it is. She needs to be kicked to death for it.
Yeah, well, what do you expect?
In the chat, Joshua says Black Sabbath, Children of the Grave.
Yeah, superb. And again, that's on the Masters of Reality album.
Still paranoid.
Oh, I
Well,
love
you had brought up
Paranoid.
Metallica.
Paranoid was a good one, but yeah, but did anyone else listen to Megadeth?
I listened to it a little bit while growing up. My mom and stepdad listened to a lot of 80s music.
Hmm. No, Megadeth were okay. Napalm Death as well was another one. I mean, these were bands that sort of came and went pretty quick, but they were interesting. The developmental bands.
I remember when I was when I was in my teens, the bloody metal bar I used to go into. One of our pastimes was chasing and beating up glam rockers.
Yeah, glam rock. God, I hated all that stuff. You see, the trouble is though that Queen was also, I mean, glam rock. I mean, effectively, you know,
Yeah,
and you
it was
couldn't really
British
work
glam
it that way.
It was British glam rock, which was different from the imported American glam,
Well, true.
or as Americans call it, hairspray rock.
Well, like Twisted Sister had good music, but I never really liked watching their videos, to be honest.
Like Sister.
Yeah, like you said, just don't watch them. Just listen. Yeah, listen. Don't view. Don't watch the videos.
I never know. The video for We're Not Gonna Take was quite amusing.
Yeah, we're not gonna take it.
It had the guy, from National Lampoon's Animal House was in that video. You know, the You're Worthless and Weak guy. No, the guy, You're Worthless and Weak. The guy was in the who did the ROTC in Animal House.
Oh, you mean Flounder?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, the fat guy.
No, not the fat guy.
Oh,
he was like the bully of the movie.
Oh right. Oh, you mean the guy who ends up getting hit by the golf ball?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, him.
The one who in the end of the film where they listen what happened to people, he got shot by his own troops in Vietnam.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was. Wasn't he also in? Wasn't that the same guy that was in?
Is it Kevin Bacon?
No.
No. It was Weird Science. Wasn't he the brother in Weird Science?
No, too old.
Oh, Kevin Bacon was the preppy bad guy in Animal House. That's right. Okay.
Yeah. He was the one who was spanking the guy in the dorm.
Actually,
that's right.
Hold on. No, you're wrong. The mods were making a comeback at that time, and we put a stop to that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was Brighton, wasn't it? So it all came to a head.
That was Newcastle on a Saturday as well.
Mm.
Anybody who
Batman,
in the park was fair game.
Same thing in Manchester.
You had brought up Metallica. Closest I ever got to seeing a Metallica concert is I was visiting my aunt down in LA, and she got me tickets to see Metallica at the Staples Center. They oversold the concert, and we were stuck in traffic, so they had to give us our money back. I couldn't get in. So I got to the doors of the Staples Center, and I couldn't fucking see Metallica.
Yeah, well, fuck Metallica mad. Because all they want is fucking money. I mean, they're just money-grubbing little fuckers. Yeah. They killed Napster. They do everything they can to grab every fucking penny, they can get out of anything. They will sue anyone on the planet if they think that they can get a fucking shekel out of it.
Yeah, and then you get the likes of Brian Johnson, who, as soon as he started making money with AC/DC, you know what he did? He opened a recording studio in Newcastle for up-and-coming talent to use free of charge.
Cool. Yeah. Well, that's a bit like, oh God, what was the guy who used to be Granada Studios? But it was at the time of the Acid House, Happy Mondays, you had, Stone Roses. All these different bands that were coming up from Manchester. Well, how was his name? The TV presenter, and he created the Hacienda. He used to go down there on weekends, and they all went to shit because of drug dealing.
No idea.
People got shot.
I actually.
But it was brilliant because someone was feeding back into the the creative medium. giving them a platform, because the whole point was that he wasn't trying to exploit anyone. They owned their music.
Yeah.
And he actually signed it was signed in his own blood. This contract that was there on the wall when in the office.
Mind that's the thing about the 80s, where if you lived in the UK near a big city, there was always a band playing. There was always a good chance of you bumping into somebody famous.
Yeah, I met. In fact, I was up in when I was there in Guiseley, I think, the sort of north of Leeds.
Cabby,
and I ended up meeting Snow Patrol. Tony Wilson, thank you. Yes, Tony Wilson.
I don't know who that is, but
thanks, Jez.
I was in HMV one Saturday, and I was looking through the Iron Maiden LPs because I wanted the latest one going on. And just pulling out and heard this voice going, "That's a crap album, that mind." Turns around to start an argument. It's fucking Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah.
He's a canny bloke. Like you said, daft as a fucking brush. Olympic level swordsman, published author. He frightened Janice Long on Nevermind the Buzzcocks.
Good.
Because when they do the intro session. Nevermind the Buzzcocks. He gets up on the desk and he's jumping up and down with my fucking guitar.
Yeah. It was a good show, that one. When was that? Was that with Mark Lamar or with one of the later ones?
I think that was with Lamar.
All right, because that's the one I prefer. I didn't like the floppy-haired fucker.
Oh, Simon Amstel.
Yeah.
I wanted to kill him.
On him. Yeah, I wasn't keen on it when it went that way. Anyway, we're talking about stuff nobody else knows about or cares about. Sorry, Mad Dodge.
Oh, it's all good. We're here at the end anyway. I do want to talk a little bit about tomorrow's show. We're going to be debating whether or not. Oh, god damn it! Now I'm going to forget his name because I'm on the spot. That speech I uploaded, Cabby, help me out. You're the one that showed the dude to me. Enoch Powell. There you go.
Yes,
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, was he right or not? And
he was demonstrably.
Yeah.
Demonstrably, we're correct. Yeah, he got the wrong people. He said the blacks, right? As opposed to he didn't obviously he was thinking more West Indians, but the concept was correct. He just got the wrong time,
wrong people. Because let's face it, the West Indians who came over in like the 50s and the 60s, they were hard-working little sods. In fact,
and they adapted easily. And they adapted easily because they were still part of sort of again, going back to the Christian thing that we were talking about earlier. So we had things in common.
The only trouble we've ever had racial tension-wise is
Muslims.
Sad to say when the Pakis came over.
Yeah, well, no, it is. It's always been Muslims because when the Indians came over, the Hindus and the Sikhs, they wanted to, be part of the country. They actually came with the intention of being part of the nation. But these fuckers are coming to invade. Yeah. We know they are. They've declared it. The Turkish bloody president said it.
Yeah.
Erdogan declared it. We already know that there's a, oh God, what do they call it? The
jihad.
Jihad, yeah. Well, no, there's another word for it, isn't it? Anyway, jihad will do.
They want a worldwide caliphate.
Yeah, caliphate. That's the word I was searching for.
They've already got a bit. I mean, you've got the caliphate of Londonistan, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. And Birmingham.
Yeah. Mind, I hear the old sad Dick can't. He's not even popular with the Muslim population in London now.
Oh no, because he's not. I mean, he's having to. He can't just give them everything that they want, right? But they expect him to, because he's got to be a good Muslim, and if he's not a good Muslim, to be a good Muslim, he's got to give them everything they want.
It's not just that they can't control the crime, and apparently the most, from what I hear, mostly Muslim gangs in London who cause most of the crime are picking on their own people as well.
Oh, of course. Yeah, well, it's like black on black crime in America, right? That's, I mean, Matt, that's right, isn't it? The black on black crime is the most prevalent It's not white on black crime, it's black on black.
Yeah, black on black, black on white, black on Asian, black on Hispanic.
So
Seems to be a common denominator here.
It does, doesn't it? I wonder what it is. Well, which of these things is not like the other? One of these things is not the same.
But no, I think the only way you could really attack Enoch Powell and that speech would be to call him racist and go down that route. I don't know how the debate will play out, and that is what they did, and they ruined his career over it. So there is an argument to be made.
Yeah, but again, it was the sort of, this is exactly the social justice technique, right? It was a case that, I mean, you might think those sort of things, but they shouldn't be said in public. That kind of perspective, because you got to remember the time in which it was happening. I think it was a very different time, and people were.
It was just after.
I mean, you know what your granddad was like. I mean, people were much more reserved back then.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was somebody to come out and say something like that, it was. It's sort of, that's not for polite company. That's what you talk about behind closed doors.
I think Enoch Powell would have probably gotten a lot more leeway if he toned down the level of his speech.
Yeah, there were a few points in it where he does kind of overstretch, but
yeah.
But the general tone of it was absolutely spot on.
Well, it was accurate. They're wrong people.
Well, just people don't have that level of foresight, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, what he did, but the mass population, and of course there was an agenda at play. There must have been, otherwise it would have been analysed sensibly, and people would have said, yes, well, if we'd actually look at the numbers, and there will be a critical tipping point once we get past this point, that will be the case.
The other difference with the West Indian immigrants as opposed to the Muslim immigrants that we've been facilitated by the EC, those people coming over, they have necessary skills.
Yeah, exactly.
The ones that are coming over now from the Middle East don't have any skills.
Yeah, and they don't even speak the language. At least the people coming over from the Caribbean spoke English.
Yeah.
The Indians that came over, the Sikhs and the Hindus, I mean, they spoke English.
And if they didn't, they learned very quickly.
Damn right. Yeah.
These ones that are coming over now, not only can they not speak the language, a lot of them refuse to.
It costs us $500 million a year just to do translations for shit in the DSS.
Yeah.
$500 million a year just so we can translate every leaflet and document into Urdu or whatever the fuck it is they speak.
Yep. Import more Japanese. No, they'll just make not Japanese. They'll just make the country smaller and more efficient.
Yeah, well, with that thing, make it smaller. We might be able to, put a motor on the back of England and just fucking sail off into the sea.
No, I think
get away from Europe.
The better thing to do is to work out the tectonics of it and sink Europe.
No, I just think we just separate. We just need to move further away because we've got plenty of places. I mean, maybe move. I don't know. I mean, the Caribbean's nice. I mean, there's a hurricane season, but I'd quite happily float, Britain off into the Caribbean.
Yeah, if we could make the Great Britain truly mobile, we could replace. Yeah, we could sail the seas and replace the Union flag with the Jolly Roger.
There you go. Well, that we did before.
Yeah. Put cannons on the White Cliffs of Dover.
When a boat's come back from action, it flies the Jolly Roger when it comes back to port.
Yep.
There's a tradition of flying the Jolly Roger when you come back to port if you've been in action.
Yeah. You know what the Jolly Roger actually means? It's not the pirate flag. It's actually part of naval flag language.
Yeah,
it means no prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the submarine service used to fly it.
That's the ones who do it. That's the people, like I said, when they come back into port. They although somebody took offence to it, and of course I don't think they're allowed to do it anymore. Typical. Not allowed to have tradition no more. No nice things for anyone.
Well, not
Hoist the black flag. Anyway, hopefully you'll be around for that debate tomorrow, Cabby. If I have to argue that he's a filthy racist, I will, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to agree with that speech. Somebody has to make the argument.
Yeah, but you're going to lose, and you're going to lose badly, mate. We should just talk about the content rather than, you know, the actually as a debate, because I don't think it'll turn into a debate. It'll turn into a maceration of you.
Fair enough, but yeah, join us tomorrow as we debate Enoch Powell. Was he right? Was he wrong? Was he a filthy racist? And if you haven't seen the speech yet, it's on my channel. Historical speeches #1, Rivers of Blood, is the speech. I will be posting another speech this week. Tomorrow's December 7th, so I might have the FDR speech up tomorrow if I can get it edited and everything tonight. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Redeye stream number 225. Is there a war on Christmas? I think we pretty much came to the conclusion that yes, there is and has been for quite a while. Good night, good luck, and don't go to fucking France.
Unless you wear a yellow vest.
Yeah. Viva la